Hi, my name is Veronica Muskis, but I go by just Veronica. I was born on December 21st in Austin, Texas, but I was raised in Corpus Christi my whole life. So I like to say born and raised here, but I wasn't born here. I am one of 7 children, but none of us have the same mother and father except for me and one of my younger sisters. I have 3 sisters and 3 brothers. So the family tree can get really tricky. On the other hand, I am married to an amazing man who is listed in the United States Army. He's currently out of state right now, but I am in Fort Hood, Texas, which is up by Killeen, Round Rock, Austin area. So back where I was born. The base itself is pretty large, but the cities around it, like Killeen and I can't remember the other one. Something Spring. They're kind of small, run down. So Round Rock and Austin are kind of the larger cities that are closer to where I'm at. Um, Job wise, right now I work for a grocery delivery store. Shipped. I'm really trying to focus on school and get my degree. So I decided it was best not to get a full-time job that would get in the way of my schooling. I previously attended Tulosa Midway High School, which is back in Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm attending college right now because I want to start a career for myself. I want to have created a good name for me and represent what I want to do and make a difference in the world. I am interested in a law degree, but I am currently working on a bachelor's in business management. While I was in high school, I was taking dual credit classes. So technically, I've been a Del Mar student since 2016, but as a full-time Del Mar College student, I just started last year in 2018. While I was in middle school, I played basketball for a few years, and I was also a cheerleader for several years. But sports was never really my thing. When I started high school, I joined the band. I was in percussion, so I played with the drum line and with front ensemble. I was also part of my school's NJROTC program, and I was also in yearbook, Business Professionals of America, and a couple other clubs. Mostly, I just wanted to get involved. I had some hardships at home, so if I had a reason to stay at school, that's where I wanted to be. So my day started at 5:30 in the morning with band practice, and I didn't get home till 7:30 at night after ROTC practice and BPA meetings and Rotary meetings. So my day was pretty jam-packed full of stuff. I did join band because I love music. I've been playing piano for as long as I can remember. I joined ROTC because my grandpa had wanted me to. My grandpa is one of my several family members that was in the military. He was in the Army. And so he wanted me to join because, well, I don't know why he wanted me to actually. But I joined, and after I did it for the first 6 months to a year, my freshman year, I really liked it. I don't know what it was. I liked the drill part, the honor that came with wearing the uniform. I liked the responsibility that it gave me. So I was planning on enlisting into the Army, but unfortunately I have scoliosis to a point to where it would hinder my performance. So they're giving me some medical attention to see if they can fix it, and maybe I can join in a few years if I still want to, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, I do have 2 adorable little puppies that take over my house. I have an 80-pound 1-year-old German Shepherd named Luna, and I have a 30-pound 12-week-old Siberian Husky named Rocky. And let me tell you, these 2 guys run the house. It has been pretty difficult living or trying to find an apartment to rent having 2 restricted breed animals. So if you are looking into getting either one of these dogs, I recommend thinking that through because we did not. But over the summer, my husband is going to be stationed in Georgia. So we are looking to buy a house in Georgia. So we're very, very excited about that. Three things that I value the most are going to have to be family, love, and laughter. Now, these are very, very cliche values. But family has always been really important to me. My family stretches pretty big, so there is a lot of us. So I've always felt pretty confident if, I have a problem with work, with school, there's always somebody who's there to talk to, who has my back. And it's always pretty cool because there's so many of them and they always have your best interest in mind. So if I don't like what one says, I can just go to another aunt or uncle and they'll tell me something else, and so I can just pick and choose whose advice I want to take. And that's another thing that family, they've always got all this advice, especially your older relatives, your grandpa, aunt, uncle. My are fairly older because my dad's the youngest of all his siblings and my mom is also the youngest. So all my aunts and uncles are like 20, 30 years older than my parents, and so they've lived quite a bit. They've had all this experience, so it's always great to get advice from them. I also believe that the only constant in somebody's life is themselves. So if I am unable to find happiness, then I'm not going to enjoy everything that life has to offer. And so I think two key components of happiness is love and laughter, because if you're mad all the time, if you're sad all the time, you're not going to be happy. If you're sad, it's probably because you're not having a good time. Maybe something bad just happened, so you're not going to be happy. So I think being happy goes hand in hand with, having a great time, feeling loved by the people around you, loving what you're doing. I think these are two very important things in having a good life. Of course, you're going to be sad and you're going to be angry sometimes, and things may not go the way you want them to. But I always try to have a good day, More on the belief side, I don't really belong to a set religion. This is actually something that does make me uncomfortable talking about because my parents, they don't believe in God. And so my grandparents on both sides of the family actually are like major churchgoers. So it's a pretty big controversy in my family. Not something we normally talk about. From this class, I hope to gain a better understanding of what I want to say. I feel like I am a pretty good public speaker. I can get in front of a crowd of people and talk. But my problem is I don't know what to say. I don't know how to get what's in my head out my mouth delivered to the audience in a way that they're going to understand what I'm trying to say. So that is the point of taking this class, and also because it is in my curriculum. Also, my ultimate career goal is to one day be a Supreme Court judge. That is a very far goal for me. But more in the short terms, I'm trying to get a bachelor's degree. After my bachelor's degree is going to be a law degree, and then I need years and years of experience as a lawyer to one day be a justice. So that is me, and I'm looking forward to this class.